In this segment brought to you by the New Orleans Public Library, we are joined by librarians Shelby Goddard of Adult Programming and Haley Hampton of Youth Services with our June picks. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank y'all so much for being here. Well, we've got some great picks this week. This month. What are they?
For the month of June, for Pride Month, we have so many great books at the library with queer authors and representation to read with kids. It was hard to pick one, but I brought Harriet Gets Carried Away by Jesse Sima to talk about. Harriet is a very relatable character to me and a lot of New Orleanians in that she loves to get dressed up and wear costumes, and she often gets a little carried away in her adventures when she's wearing them. And she goes on a whirlwind of an adventure in Harriet Gets Carried Away, but luckily comes back home before her two dads notice that she's gotten into trouble.
Well, with 5 little girls who love to dress up, I think that's going to be one we're checking out here in the next week. Thanks so much. And then what is our adult pick of the month?
Hello, for book club this month we have The Other Mother by Rachel M. Harper. It's a multi-generational story told from the point of view of several members of a very complicated, messy, modern family. It centers around a young man who is raised by a single mother, and he goes in search of information about his father, who died when he was 2. But when he starts investigating, he makes the very startling discovery that the parent missing from his childhood was not his father, but another mother.
Another mother.
Yes.
Interesting.
So his mother's romantic partner when he was born was a woman who helped, raise him as a young man, and then was sort of erased from his history.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. So that's the one I'll be reading this month and we'll be discussing on social media. So make sure you join us if that sounds interesting to you. But I am really excited because it's summer reading time. And my girls, we started last night actually because it started with the month of June. It's so easy. You can log your minutes in the Beanstalk app. Is that correct?
Yeah, Beanstalk.
So tell me more about the summer reading program, because I think a lot of us remember doing this as kids ourselves, maybe to earn a pizza at Pizza Hut or something like that. But y'all have some really great things going on as well.
Yes, we don't have Pizza Hut. We can win a free kids meal at Cane's.
Cool.
And it kicked off June 1st. You can sign up online or in person at the library, and we're playing bingo this summer. So the challenge is to read 800 minutes total and then do other reading related challenges like going to an event at the library or reading your friend's favorite book.
Aw. Yeah, and so you've got these papers that you can get at the library, and the kids can kind of help you color it in. But I really encourage you to check out the Beanstalk app if you're into that sort of thing, because when we were doing it last night, she's 6 now. My 6-year-old was very excited about the fact that it counted the pages. So she really likes to know how many pages she has read, and that was something that was really exciting to her. So if you think your kiddos would be interested in that, definitely check it out. But it's not just for kids. Y'all have got a ton of kids stuff that you can check out on the library's website, but y'all have also got some things for adults this month.
Yes, we have a bunch of events going on for Pride Month this month, and there are 2 I'm very excited to tell you about. The first one is this Thursday. We're going to have a literary reading at the Ladder Library. That's going to be several LGBTQ+ authors from the community. We're calling it Local Pride. And it's going to be really eclectic and fun, different genres and styles of writing, for something for everyone.
Awesome. And so that's one of the events. Anything else going on we should know about?
Yeah, next Saturday, June 15th at the main library, we're going to have Frank Perez, who's a local author, writer, tour guide, all kinds of different things he does. And he's going to give a talk about the queer history of the French Quarter, which I think is going to be really interesting.
Wow. Yeah, that will be really interesting. That's coming up next Saturday.
Yes.
At what time?
At 2 p.m.
2 p.m. at the main library. Yeah. All right. Well, I know there's a ton of stuff for kids too. We actually just happened onto at the Mid-City Library. They do Legos on Thursday afternoons. So if that's something you're interested in, you should definitely check that out. And maybe that'll help you check off one of those special things on your bingo card. Thanks so much.
for having us.
All right. Well, a reminder, the New Orleans Public Library's Summer Fun and Reading Challenge is going on now. That's the one we were just talking about. It runs through the end of July, and on June 15th, As we mentioned, author Frank Perez will visit the main library at 2 p.m. Don't forget, on June 6th, the Ladder Library will host a local Pride event featuring read-ins from New Orleans-based authors. And again, make sure you're reading along with me, the other mother. Join us on social media for discussion. And on the last Monday of the month, I'll be speaking with our selected author. So make sure you're watching. Thanks so much, y'all.